You know, uh, we all walk a fine line when it comes to this, objectivity in anything. Whether any of us like it or not, at some point, bias always creeps into the choices people make, or their preferences, or whatever, especially when it comes to boxing. Okay? Especially when it comes to boxing. Boxing is a very racial thing. We associate a lot of heritage with fighters, and this is no secret. But this video, this video prompted me to open up an account I had closed way back when. I mean, when you single out fighters and call them out on their records, fighters who are recognized by many to be some of the best, and you can call them bums and you can call their careers into question. I mean, honestly, I've got no problem with that. I mean, I think there are a lot of fighters in history who get overhyped, and there are a lot of fighters today who get overhyped. This is something that's been around for as long as boxing has been around. Sometimes it seems like people get really impressed when they see a fighter with a record of like 200 wins or whatever. But, I get it. You have to look at their records and you have to look into their legacies to see what's what. But I do kind of find it funny, like, really. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's fucking hilarious, man. It's funny. All the fighters that you mention in your video are white. I mean, all of them, like, and they all follow the same stereotype. They are just straight up white Americans. They're not Mexican. They're not Asian. They're most fucking certainly not black. And no, just white men. Now, I'm not fucking stupid, okay? I'm not fucking stupid. I know why you put this video up. You just want to piss off a few people out there who you really want to piss off, just so that you can point to all your delusional friends floating around on the channels so that you can show them how bad white people are. And it's pathetic, man, really it is. I mean, I'm not even gonna bother going into the whole fucking racial debate with you, because you've just fallen so fucking far off the wagon. It's not even worth it, man. It's just fucking funny to me. Honestly, it's just funny to me. I find it hilarious. You and BloodBoxing, okay? And I had a channel up not long ago, and I liked Blood. I like Blood. He got my channel going. Got me my first few subscribers. I closed my channel down like short after that because I had no time for it. But after I closed down, I carried on following you guys and your vids, and the racial crap started spewing fucking out the woodworks, and my respect was lost in a heartbeat as soon as that happened. I don't know what the fuck you've been reading, I don't know what the fucking TV shows you've been watching, but like I said, I don't give a shit, and I'm not even gonna get into all that. And as somewhat insulted as I feel as a white person myself, and a non-American white person at that, fuck that. I don't care. That's your opinion. Do what you like. What I do care about, however, is boxing. Now, you say that Willie Pep, Jake LaMotta, you say these guys have fought nothing but washed up fighters, and you got into their careers and you dissect their careers. Honestly, with Rocky Marciano, you may have a point. I'll give you that one. Even though Muhammad Ali himself said that he thought Marciano was better than Joe Frazier, and that he would have had trouble with him. You know what? Just for the sake of the argument, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say, you might have a point there. But when you call out Willie Papadeo, when you call out Will of the Wisp Pep, that's when the shit hit the fucking fan, alright? That's when shit started to get fucking serious. I mean, Willie Pep, this is the man he's credited as one of the pioneers of defensive boxing. A guy who Sugar Ray Robinson himself tried to fucking emulate. And you're calling this man a bum. I mean, are you that fucking far gone? Are you that fucking far off the wagon? Seriously. That you would actually let your racial bias talk down one of the greatest pure boxers in the sports history. Seriously. Seriously. Jake LaMotta. Now, Jake LaMotta beat Sugar Ray Robinson, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he? Jake LaMotta beat Sugar Ray Robinson. As far as I remember, he knocked Sugar Ray's ass clean out of the ring. If I remember the fight correctly, I remember watching a rerun of it on ESPN. He knocked the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in history when he was at his fucking peak out of the ring, and he took that fight away on points. I don't know, like that to me, that's not bad for a bum. He's not bad for a fucking bum to knock out the best fighter in history out of the ring at his peak. It's just, some of the stuff you say is just so fucking goddamn stupid, man. This dude's argument is that these men have fought a lot of bums, basically. That's your argument. You're saying that they fought in tomato cans. Okay, alright then. Let's say we open up the career of one of the sports greats, okay? Someone you would approve of. And let's see what the man's record tells you. Let's take a look at Sugar Ray Robinson. Okay, Sugar Ray. How many fucking bums does this man have on his fucking resume? Because from what I see, the only fighters that a boxing fan with a decent knowledge of the history of boxing would recognize, the only names on that list that he would recognize, to me, are Henry Armstrong, and he was 40 years old when he fought Sugar Ray, and he's a natural lightweight, don't forget. He was a small man, okay? So that was a fucking mismatch. He fought Samuel Angot. He fought 4 fights with Angot, and the first fight he was 35, and the last fight he was 40. So, another over-the-hill fighter. He fought Jake LaMotta, who he lost to once, beaten 4 other times, but he lost to Jake LaMotta. He fought Randy Turpin, one of the greatest fighters to ever come out of Great Britain, and he lost. He fought Gene Fullmer. He lost. He beat Kid Javelin, and he beat Rocky Graziano. So that's 6 fighters out of a total of about 150. 150 fighters who Sugar Ray Robinson fought, and those are the only 6 who really stand out as Hall of Fame fighters. To me, to my knowledge. There might be others, but there can't be much more besides those 6. So that's 6 out of 150 fighters. The rest are all fucking bums. Nobodies. And 3 of those 6 he lost to. He lost. See, this is what I'm saying. Now, all this is besides the point. It goes without saying, I consider Sugar Ray Robinson to be one of the greatest of all time. My personal all-time favorite fighter is Roberto Duran, but that's for another video. I won't digress into that. And no, it's not because Roberto Duran is white. It's not because he's white, you fucking douchebag. I know you were thinking it. I know you were thinking it. Don't deny it. If you look close enough at any fighter's career, you can always find a scratch. You can always find room to discredit a fighter. Now, whilst we're on the subject of discrediting fighters, I'd like to talk about the other issue I wanted to talk about, which is Floyd Mayweather.